Well, so we're back to make some conclusive statements, and then we'll get into the issue of Guta. Now, quickly, in 2 minutes. So now, what's the way forward now with this report that has been leaked? And then the responses thereof that are coming from Kojo Ponkroma is sending, and then we have Frimpong Boateng responding. What's the presidency going to do beyond the statement that has been issued?
Well, Kojo Ponkroma didn't really send anything. He only wrote something small, said that he doesn't want to be drawn to these conclusions and so on. So he should be left out of it because he doesn't do Galamsey. Now, the commentary is being run. I am surprised that lawyer Digital Makulu and his people who were calling for the arrest of Frimpong Boateng are calling him a saint today. To the extent that I remember you shared on your Facebook page, you are my friend on Facebook, that his son, Jojo, is engaged in Galamsey. You even shared it on your Facebook wall. Today, whatever he says is the truth about Galamsey fight. And you have not also responded to whether it's true what he said about DNDC people engaged in Galamsey more than others, because the time that, according to him, the time you were in government, you gave them a lot of licenses. So definitely they couldn't hound them out. They had to leave them, and they were engaged in it, according to Frimpong Boateng. Again, the president cannot really go anywhere and say that Akonta mining is engaged in illegal mining, because it came out across the country that Chairman Wontumi was engaged in illegal mining. Chairman Wontumi got his concession under the NDC. There is no single document that he got under the MPP, even when he started even doing his mining activities. So if the president went somewhere and the chairman of the Catholic Bishops' Conference is said that your regional chairman is engaged in Galamsey, then the president says, he's not engaged in Galamsey. I know him to be a large-scale miner. And he got Akonta mining license and everything around 2013 under the NDC. So what did the president say wrong about Akonta mining? The president was right to have said that indeed Chairman Wontumi, that is Akonta mining, is not engaged in Galamsey.
Are these not the very comments that are made that give people the suggestion that the president is doing as if I see no wrong?
I see no wrong. I'm saying that
says
when the issue came up, the issue didn't come up as a result of any investigation. It was Abu Jinapo, the minister, honorable, who said that he has seen that there are some activities entering into the Nimiri Forest Reserve, so they should stop. He asked them to stop. Yes, and the thing came out. And the issue, he felt that there are some activities going on there.
Based on the activities there were based on the fact that they didn't have the remit to be there.
To enter that forest, but not to mine. I'm saying that.
So what has it got to do with 2013 and all those
things? So
when
everyone was saying that Chairman Wontumi was engaged in Galamsey, the president sought to give the clarity.
So if we have Chairman Wontumi in that forest, that activity is legal.
No, Chairman Wontumi even came out to say that he was not mining. He was not doing anything.
But his equipment were there.
Yes, he said he was not doing it. He was not mining. Again, on Martin Hamidu. Martin Hamidu did corruption risk assessment on Ejapa. When he did that, that was the time the president stopped the process. He said, let's stop it, pull it out of parliament, because the corruption risk assessment is something that we're looking through. So why will you say that Martin Hamidu was hounded? Does he want to also, you did an assessment and you think that the assessment should be really accepted hook, line, sinker? No. The president commissioned you, do a corruption risk assessment on Ejapa. He did that corruption risk assessment. Then the president said, let's halt anything at Ejapa. As a result of this corruption risk assessment, then you go ahead to leave office. And you are saying that somebody hounded him out of office. How did we take him out of office?
Is it the same Ejapa we sent to the UAE?
Yes. Okay. Yes. All right. You understand? So there was nothing like that.
Because I asked the question, what's the way forward? And then you went to
the way forward. The way forward is that as contained in the statement by the presidency, that the CID has been invited to look into all these allegations, so that at least whoever is found culpable will be dealt with. That's all.
Who has been found culpable before in relation to any allegation against any government official that has been investigated by the CID?
I don't think it's the work of the politician to find anyone guilty or otherwise. It's the CID. They are close with the...
So they always say everybody is fine?
Yes, but you see, if the CID comes out to say that the person is clean, you expect him to be shot dead. What do you expect the president to do? To come and send him to jail? Which the president cannot do that. So the best thing is that the entities, the organizations, and the state agencies that are in charge of this are supposed to take over.
Seriously.
Unless you want to tell me that you don't believe in the work of the CID again, or you think that there's something different that should be done. If there is anything different that should be done, you can tell the people of this country so that we'll see. But as far as we're concerned, the CID was clothed with the at least the powers to do investigations. When he wrote all these things, he didn't adduce any evidence to support all that he wrote.
All right.
The only thing is that if the CID invite him, maybe if he has any evidence, he will be able to really point to the evidence.
So you can say that if the CID says everybody's clean, everybody's clean.
Yeah, but what do we do? Or you think there's something that can be done?
Okay.
Do you think there's something that can be done if the CID?
If you want me to be a respondent, I'll do so. I don't know. Is it not a bit surprising looking at the position of the presidency? Supposed to be acting on a document that it says is unofficial, asking the CID to investigate an unofficial document. What do you say to this? And how does that resolve this issue? This CID investigation, so to speak.
You see, in law, there's something we say, you cannot approbate and reprobate. If you have no belief in the report, then you cannot also be asking the police to, to investigate criminal allegations founded on such matters. You see, if you read the Constitution, Article 36, Clause, Clause 9, it says that the state shall take appropriate measures needed to protect and safeguard the national environment for posterity, right? That is what the Constitution says. The state. And the head of state is who? But this head of state is rotten. Is directly involved.
Directly where? How is he directly involved in this?
There's a question, Edwin. How is he directly?
How is he directly?
When I say the president is directly involved, his omissions and commissions demonstrate only one thing, that he is not willing to fulfill this constitutional obligation. Why? A company that has been found by his own appointees to engage in an unlawful activity in the forest reserve, you are the first person to clear them. Even when the president became aware that his own house, Galamsey activity was happening there, what did he do? He snubbed. When Frimpong Boateng, in the absence of any contrary evidence, indicated in his report that, Mr. President, right in front of you, I questioned and exposed the late Sir John in front of you. What was the president? He said, I'll go and look at it. When the minister reported the president's own brother, who Frimpong Boateng described as demonstrating ignorance of an industrial skill, when he gave him all this detail, what did he do? He ignored it. So the point I'm making is that our president, now you've asked about the way forward. Look, you see, the way forward is quite simple. If you read this report, attached to this report is this statement of one Seth Manti, right?
The journalist.
Good. Look at the time this report was generated, 16th October 2019. 16th October. At all this time, Akufo-Addo and the Ghana police were aware. What has become of this matter involving Seth Manti? So I am telling you that the criminal investigative process, they are afraid of Akufo-Addo. Nothing will come out of it. If Akufo-Addo wants to be sincere, and with a little credibility left in him, if any, what he should be doing is to call for at least a commission of inquiry. I've heard people say, oh, commission of inquiry, the findings, you can't do anything meaningful relative to it. Let's know the truth. At least if we know the truth, if people feel that they are protected, they are a certain constitutional, protection or insulation from prosecution, they are more likely going to speak the truth. And they'll tell us the extent of the president's direct involvement in this environmental
and
terrorism.
Is punished for that.
The environmental terrorism. Even the ones that you have, what have you done?
Now,